Get your ticket for the St. Jude Dream Home now before they sell out.
We are continuing our journey to the TVFCU Idea Leap grant giveaway that'll be taking place later this spring in the month of May, where they're giving away a lot of money to area businesses in the North Ocoee region, Northwest Georgia, and as well as right here in Chattanooga. So we're having a chance to be a part of the Ocoee-Bradley County part of it, as well as North Georgia. So this morning, let's head over to the soccer fields and meet Tyler Hudson of Shankly Elite Training. Well, we are in a much different setting this morning. We're out at the Redoubt Soccer Fields in Chattanooga talking with Tyler Hudson. He has Shankly Elite Training down in the Dalton area, and he is one of the semifinalists on his way to the TVFCU Idea Leap grant. Good to see you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Were you so excited to see your name come up?
Yeah. It's a different class, just to see where we've come so far, and very fortunate to be in this position as well.
You have come very far, quite geographically as well as from a business perspective.
That's correct, yeah.
So 2015 brought you here from Liverpool.
Yeah.
You graduated from Dalton State.
Correct.
Did you come here to play soccer for them?
Yeah, I come here to start the first team at Dalton State College in 2015, played all 4 years, and then wound up taking a second degree at Dalton State, and then graduated again in 2022, and then started Shankly Elite Training in the summer.
So you kind of had COVID send you on a turn. You mentioned your second degree.
Yeah.
At one point, though, you thought about going to physical therapy school, but COVID kind of switched that for you a little bit.
That's correct.
I'm sure, like so many business owners, you can't imagine now your life going any other way than this.
No, not at all. I'm very happy for the position I'm in right now, and long may it continue.
Well, there are about 1,300 students who were also very happy with the way things turned out. I mentioned that we're here at Redoubt in Chattanooga. You are based in the Dalton area, so you're part of that Northwest Georgia team competing for this money. But for years now, you've been having weekly classes out here at Redoubt to make it easier for your Chattanooga area students.
Yeah, that's correct. We started a program for the academy over here back in September, which is one of our own programs called Speed for Soccer. It just ended up being a success enough where the kids wanted private training from the back of it. So we were fortunate enough, and they were kind enough to let us use their fields on a Monday night. So we thought, why not? We just open up a second location in Chattanooga.
It has become quite the sport now here in the States. Soccer has, and you talk to anybody whose children have ever played, and you will hear a whistle, and then people will either say, wow, you give up a lot of your time as a parent, or that's going to cost you quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
It's the money side that you're really interested in reaching out to people, because you yourself know it can be sometimes unapproachable for some families, and you don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I grew up in Liverpool, England. It's got a rural area to it, pretty much like Dalton, Georgia, where we're based. I never grew up with anybody paying for training for me. Yeah, I do run a business now doing so. But one of my goals is for that not to be an obstacle for any kids to access training. And again, as I said before, we're fortunate enough to have Mohawk Industries right now who help us with that. But if Tennessee Valley Credit Union can help a little bit more, then we could reach out to so many more kids and give them so much more access to training.
So I guess in all sports, there are kind of levels of intensity, right?
Yeah.
So I know you train from little tiny 3-year-olds all the way up to professional players.
Yeah.
But you want people to come, your students, and get out of it what they wish. So even if they're kind of a casual player, you want them to learn.
Yeah, we put a big emphasis on the mindset as well. We actually do a mindset program on Google Meets every Sunday night. We've had several kids from this area and the Dalton area involved in that over the last year. My main goal and the motto of the company is just to build better people, let alone athletes, and make people come here to a more relaxed environment, leave a better person than when they came here, become more confident in themselves, whether they're playing every single week or not, and just ultimately enjoy their time when they're with us as well.
You know, back to COVID, one of the things that did come out of COVID that might not be such a positive was kind of this sense of isolation. So a lot of us learned to do things on our own. Soccer, very much a team sport. So are you seeing that as a benefit to your building better people?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we coach a lot of individuals as well as group training and camps and clinics. So we've seen a number of our students go from walking into practice with their heads down to having a huge smile on their face when they're leading up, and hopefully then they translate that onto the field if they're playing at the weekend and become better players with their clubs as well.
So suppose you get that smile on your face, suppose you win this money
from
the credit union. What are you planning to do with it?
So one of my goals is to actually open up our own facility one day and provide an indoor soccer complex, as well as some sort of performance training. Adult fitness as well was one of my goals, as well as then pumping money back into the communities with the kids to give them access to training, as we already do. But again, we'll just be able to do that on a much larger scale as well.
So when you were that kid growing up in Liverpool, England, who was your idol? Who was your soccer idol?
I had several idols growing up. Obviously players that played for Liverpool Football Club I watched every single week and idolised them as the gods in the community, that I was never going to reach that level, but it was just someone to look up to for that. But just people who were closer to me, really. My father, my mother, of course, they drove up and down the country with me many times, playing for different soccer clubs, and just people I've met along the way, even in the States today.
Your dad's love of soccer was clearly going to become in your blood, quite literally.
Yeah.
You're named for Bill Shankly, who was the coach that
he
the
was the
Shankly
coach
Elite
that basically started Liverpool and give them the platform to the club they are today. And my dad was that much of a huge Liverpool fan back in the early 70s and 80s that he decided in the mid-90s, when I was born, to name me Tyler Shankly Hudson. So that was it.
It's our benefit that he did. So what age kids are about to show up on this field today?
So we've got private training from about 6-year-olds today, and then into our Speed for Soccer program, which again is open from 6 right through to 18-year-olds.
So is that private training beneficial if you have a child who wants to learn? Like, one thing you hear about soccer is that you almost have to start from an early age, because if you pick it up in 3rd or 4th grade, the other kids are almost pros. Is that where private training might help?
It is, but we do have a lot of kids as well that come around that 12, 13-year-old gap and have never played. But I think that private training aspect, that gives them the resource instead of just going straight into a team. We can show them the detailed kind of foundational level skills what they need to go into a team, and they don't feel so out of place when they get to a new team where they've never played before.
If people are watching and they think, gosh, I want my child to take a part in this, do they have to do the weekly classes?
No,
do you have camps coming up?
we can do day-by-day classes, as we always do. We have weekly and monthly memberships, and yearly right now, which we just added. We do several camps and clinics throughout every single school holiday, plus all the summer camps that we offer as well, and that's both here in Chattanooga and in Dalton, and hopefully in Atlanta sometime soon as well.
All right, well, here is where you can find them. It's Shankly Elite Training LLC.com.
That's the one.
That's the website. You can follow him on social media. He's big that way too. And we thank you so much for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
If you have a banking need, whether it's for a small business idea of your own, a mortgage or car loan, even a savings account for a new baby, TVFCU would love to help you. Online or in person, they're there to help. Learn more at TVFCU.com.
His wife Barbara's memory has faded, so Rufus Fuller proposed again.
Got down my